Your routines are trash. Let's change that. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Tiffany theTILAGO. For those of you who are new here, I talk about all things faith, the faith journey, and living in and on purpose. And so if you need a little bit more of that in your life, click the subscribe button right now. In today's video, I'm going to give us the 5 steps that you need to take in order to reset or set your routines. We are in the middle of this series called the Mid-Year Reset here on the channel, where we are trying to live the rest of 2024 in a better way than we lived the beginning part of it. And so we are resetting, we are refocusing, and we are getting our lives together. And one big way that you need to get your life together is by setting or resetting your routines. Routines are so important. And I'm someone who is very free-spirited. So I don't like to keep myself in a box or make things stringent in my life, but I do need routines in order to just help me to flow in the spaces where I have actually that free time. But in the time that I need to get a routine done, I'm gonna get a routine done. So let's get right to it. The first thing that you need to do when you are setting or resetting your routines is to make sure you choose the routines that you believe you need to set. I think that there are some very essential routines that I have in my life, but maybe they're going to look different for you. The essential routines that I need in my life are my morning routine, my evening routine, and my weekly reset routine. I have routines for other things in my life, but those 3 are the ones that I really try to be very intentional about setting and keeping and sticking to, because they really do help me to live every day and every week and every month in a really healthy way. And in the seasons or in the times or in the weeks or whatever, when I don't do these routines, I be feeling it. Okay. I really feel it mentally and emotionally and spiritually and throughout my whole entire, life, all areas of my life. And so those are the ones that are essential to me, but I want you to take some time to choose the routines that you believe you need in your life. And I would say, if you don't know where to start with that, I would look at the categories of your life. If you've been on my channel for any amount of time, you've heard me talk about how I split my life in categories. But I would look at the categories of your life, and then I would say, which ones do you feel the most unhealthy in? The ones that you feel I'm not really doing well in these areas. And those are the ones that you probably need a routine, at least a little bit of a routine in. So first step, choose the routines that you believe that you need. The second thing you're going to do in order to set and reset routines is you're going to determine how you want to feel after the routine is done. This is really important because we want to be very intentional about how we are setting these routines. So you want to make sure you're putting actions into your routines that are going to help you to feel the way you want to feel, right? You don't want to set a routine and then feel terrible after completing it. And so you want to actually write down some emotions, some moods. Do you want to feel calm? Do you want to feel at peace? Do you want to feel settled? Do you want to feel productive? Whatever it is that you want to feel, you want to get really clear on those words and on those feelings and on those moods and emotions, so that you already know, okay, if this is where I'm trying to get to, I'm all about setting targets. And so if the target is I want to feel like this, then I've already got a direction that I'm trying to point in. And so my actions are going to make sure that the actions that I set in this routine are pointing towards those feelings and those emotions. The third thing you're going to do in order to set and reset routines is you're going to ask yourself, well, how does my current routine in this area make me feel? And this is a question that you're going to be able to answer whether you actually feel like you have a routine or not, because guess what? Whether you have set a routine or, been intentional about setting a routine for all areas of your life or not, you have a routine, right? There's habits in your life that are autopilot, whether you realize it or not. So in this moment, you're going to get clear on, okay, what is my current routine with this thing and how does it actually make me feel? And this is very important because I'm all about, like I said, I'm all about targets, but I'm all about making sure you're being honest about where you are right now so that you know where you're starting from, right? And so I'm going to ask myself, let's say for my morning routine, if my morning routine currently makes me feel rushed and all over the place and not ready for the day, but I want to feel calm and relaxed and ready for the day, then I've got some targets. I've got a point A and I've got a point B, right? But I've got to be honest about where I am today so that I can start switching up some things in my routine that help me to actually feel the way I want to feel. So you want to ask yourself, for whatever routines you're setting, hey, how does this routine actually make me feel right now? And then you want to ask yourself, what are the aspects of my routine right now that make me feel that way? Because I think that if you take some time to step back and just look at the routine, you'll be able to point out the things that are actually making you feel that way. So if we use that current example of my morning routine, and I say that it's making me feel haphazard and rushed and all over the place, then I probably can point out like, oh, it's because I'm not waking up on time, or oh, it's because I don't actually set my alarm for the right time, or whatever it is. You can pinpoint the thing that it is that you believe is making you feel that way, so that you can remove it from your routine, because that's something that doesn't need to be there if you're trying to feel a different way. So make sure you get really clear on how the current routine is making you feel, and actually pinpoint the pieces of that routine that are making you feel that way. Fourth thing that you are going to do in order to set or reset your routines is you're going to choose up to only three things that have to be a part of that routine in order to help you to feel the way you want to feel. Now, I am being very intentional about saying up to three, because there's some people like me who are going to put like 25 things on a routines list. Like, you're going to make a checklist that has like all these different things on it. But then every single time you do the routine, you're realizing you're not able to get all 25 done. And then you end up feeling worse than you did before you started the routine. That ain't what we're trying to do here. Okay. We're trying to reset. We're trying to refocus. We're trying to recenter, right? And we're trying to simplify. And so what you need to do is choose only those three things that are like, I have to get these done as a part of this routine in order to feel like I actually accomplished this routine or did this routine in the way I want to do it. And these routines are the things that most make me feel the way I want to feel. So let's just say it's my morning routine. I could have y'all a workout, breakfast, journaling, Devo time, sitting outside, whatever. Like, I could have 10 different things, but really my time only allots for me to do like 2 of those things. I have to be okay with that, right? And I have to be okay with that and realize that that's all I need to get done. I cannot be perfect at this routine every single time. But if I get these 3 things done, if I'm really intentional about those 3 things, up to 3 things, then I know that I have accomplished a morning routine. Some of you, you're only going to have one non-negotiable thing, and that is okay. All right. Like, you want to do the thing that most makes you feel the way you want to feel in order to accomplish these routines. Do not feel like you have to do it like anybody else. Don't feel like you have to do it like any other YouTube guru or anything like that, especially if you're starting off with setting routines. Just do what works for you, but choose up to 3 things that are non-negotiable to fit into your routine. And then the 5th thing that you're going to do in order to set and reset these routines is you're going to try it. You're going to test out this routine that you have set for at least, I would say at least a week or 2. Test out these routines to see how they actually make you feel, to see if they're actually working for you, if they actually fit into your lifestyle right now. There are some times where you're going to be setting a routine that just does not fit and does not work with how you're currently living your life or the season of life that you're in. And that's okay, because the next part of step 5 is going to be evaluate how it's doing and tweak it as necessary. You always have the ability and the permission to change and shift your life in the way that you need to in order to live it in the way that you want to and that you feel that you're supposed to. And so you're going to test it out. I'm very big on testing things out, a test mentality. So test out the routine. Try it in the way that you have already set it for like a week or 2, because sometimes too, if it's a new routine, the first few days or so of it, you're going to be struggling to try to get things done. But if you're determined and you want to really see if these things are helping you to feel the way you want to feel, you've got to try it for an extended period of time, right? So you're going to try these morning and evening routines for at least, a few weeks. And then especially your weekly routine, you want to try that for maybe a month. Maybe you test that one out for a month and see if it works for you. But then once you sit down, whatever time you allot to sit down and evaluate, you're going to say, okay, is this routine really working for me? Are these actually the things that make me feel the way I want to feel? And as you do that, you're going to tweak it as necessary. You can tell yourself, like, this really isn't working for me. Like, let's say you try to put a workout in your morning routine, but you're like, I just cannot get up. Like, I'm just not a morning person. This just isn't working for me. Then, okay, move that workout to a different part of your day, but set your morning routine to be something different, right? It's okay to be different. It's okay to live your own life, and it's okay to change and shift and move your life around in whatever way you need to, whenever you feel like you need to do it. Okay, y'all, that's it. Those are the 5 steps. Here's the recap. First, you're going to choose the routines that you believe that you need to put into your life. Second, you're going to determine how you want to feel in those routines or after you've done the routine. Third, you're going to ask yourself, how do I currently feel with my current routine? And what are the pieces of that routine that make me feel that way? Fourth, you're going to choose up to 3 non-negotiables to put into each of those routines. And then 5th, you're going to try the routine and test it out and then evaluate if you need to tweak anything within those routines. And that's it. I hope that you got something out of this. I'm really big on routines. They have really certainly changed my life and changed how I live my life. Again, like I said at the top of the video, I'm very I try to be very free-spirited and kind of flowy with my life, but I really need to set some boundaries in parts of my day so that I can live the rest of the day in that flowy way, right? And so routines have been big for me. They've done wonders for me in my life. So I hope that this video helped you. If it did, I want you to drop in the comments down below. Let me know what you enjoyed from this video. Definitely click the like button if you liked this style of video. And if you're enjoying the mid-year reset, I want to know, how are you doing? Drop that in the comments. How are you doing with this mid-year reset? What's going on with you? How's your life getting better? Are you excited to live the rest of 2024 in a new way? And then, of course, I want you to come back to the channel for the rest of the series. In the next video, I am going to walk you through my actual routines. And then next week, I'm saying try, but I need to just say I'm going to do. I am going to post each and every day a different video of me resetting different areas of my life. So there will be a financial reset day, a physical reset day, a spiritual reset day, and so on and so forth. And if you have not watched my videos about how to reset your goals, I've given you 2 different methods that I've used in my life to reset and set my goals. And so I hope that they will help you as well. So go watch those if you haven't already. Go binge a little bit before we put out the next few videos. But I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a beautiful time resetting your routines. See y'all.